Hello, Amelia Hirschfield here. I am an entrepreneur and a mentor who has done quite well in finding all these degrees of freedom in ways that I have been held back. So I was like put into a box by myself, my background, all these fun things. And as I've been freeing myself from that, been so much happier, would not trade this freedom for anything. I don't care the money. I don't care what someone would give me. Not willing to do that because being yourself is too valuable. So I teach that to other leaders and impact makers and helping them find the same degrees of freedom so they can lead in the way that's right for them, have less regrets in life, and feel just so much happier. And I've got my dog in the background sleeping here. And today we get to talk to INFJs about how they can receive by asking for what they want. And INFPs can fall into some traps of thinking they know what's going to be the answer of if they were to ask well. They can say things like, oh, this person has been super busy in the past, so I can't ask them this. Or this person has this stuff going on with their dad, so I can't ask them this because that might be too much for them. Or they might think that they know what the answer is going to be. So they might say, oh, this person's not willing to change. Or they can start seeing all the different ways of why someone would not be able to change. So just totally shutting them down for even thinking about asking, they can go like their introverted intuition can start finding lots of reasons why someone could not be able to fulfill your requests or be willing to change or want to change for the better for you. And that can keep you really frustrated with life. So like if you're thinking about the same problem over and over and over and over again, then you can be struggling with thinking. So if you're thinking about the same thing over and over and over again with someone else and you're thinking like, oh, but I know that they're not going to want to change, or, oh, they've got all the stuff going on, we can't bother them. This is usually a dynamic that keeps you stuck with your own patterns because you're not able to actually ask for what you want, figure out if they're willing to change or not, because you're just out reasoning yourself or looking for all the ways that they might not be willing to change, but you don't actually know that until you ask. So the first part of this is looking at, where do you think that you know what's going on? Where is that introverted thinking part of you that's very black or white and can be quite stubborn and like, no, I think this is going to happen, so this is going to happen, and like this is the way life is going to go. Is that part popping into where you're at right now? And is your introverted intuition also coming up with lots of reasons and finding patterns and making sense of why things are not, you're not able to ask of this now, right now, because what's going on with you matters, and you need to make sure that you're looking after yourself. And the better you are at expressing this, the easier this is going to be for you. So you're not dealing with the thoughts and then the frustrations that come with this of maybe doing too much, maybe always being the one that's doing more, doing a lot of giving, not so much receiving, wanting to receive, but not feeling like you can, or not thinking that it's possible for you right now. And maybe being quite frustrated with the other person, but still you're in this kind of this trap that can come. And if you can free yourself from this, it's going to be so much easier, because you'll figure out if people are interested in growing and know what to say, know when to say to people so that they can hear you and not cause some major blowups, not get real frustrated at you, but just can go like, oh yeah, I get it. And then they can change if they're willing to change. Because you don't know what's possible for people and with people unless you ask them directly and respectfully. And it's a great way to honor what's going on with you as well. So you can trust yourself to look after you, not you trust yourself to look after everybody else. And then you are kind of left on the end of like, who's looking out for you other than yourself. So receiving is great. And I don't care what level you're at, you can have done this. You can be really good at this, but there's usually another level or another way that you can get better at this. So where are you doing this right now? How do you see yourself doing this right now? And how does it feel to be doing? Do you like doing this? Probably not very fun. You might be swallowing some frustration and feeling some tenseness in your body when you're doing this. And if you can learn how to ask better, you can have so much less of this inner turmoil and inner drama going on as you as you go through life. And that's a huge blessing to be free of, because you're like, I'm not doing all of that anymore. So you have more time to be giving in the way you're meant to be giving, lighting up the universe the way you're meant to be lighting up, and helping in the way that you're meant to be helping. Because I'm all about more of that, less of this ways that we trap ourselves. So some of the ways that you can say things to people so that they can hear you without having major blowups are asking them questions like, hey, I know you've been busy with work. Can we talk right now? And the person might go, yeah, or the person might say no. And if they say no, you can always come back and ask them later. If they say yes, you can just say like, hey, I would love for you to do more with this piece at work. I feel like it'd help me and it'd help create more brain space for me so I can focus on other things. How do you feel about that? Or what do you think about that? They might be totally willing to help you. So then you can pull back and then have some more free time and put stuff that you don't, honor what's going on with yourself and not have to do so much with other people and what's going on around you, because INFJs are major givers. They love helping people. They see how they can help people, but at the same time, they also need to be receiving as well, because they deserve that just as the core of who they are. Like, good people deserve to receive, and you need to be setting yourself up for that, not just giving to everyone else. So that's one way that you can ask. The second way that you can ask is learning how to be more direct with people. You can say things like, when you just throw the dishes in the sink, it makes me feel inconsidered because I have to deal with them after you leave. And then I have to be the one to wash them and work around them and deal with them throughout the day. And then they might go, oh my gosh, I never thought that before. Oh, I never thought. So how is it making you feel, like, deep down? Like, what, not just frustrated or sad? Is it not feeling seen, not feeling looked after, not feeling like you've been cared for, not feeling like they care about giving to you, or not feeling like your time matters? There's so many deep things going on within ourselves. And if we know how to identify that and know what is going on with us, and then know how to say that to people directly and respectfully, that can be very powerful and a major change to relationships, because you're not just feeling this feeling and being frustrated with people. You're expressing that and honoring what's going on within yourself. And if you want to be really good at asking for what you want from other people, I would love to teach you how to get there in a way that honors yourself. So you know what's going on with yourself. You stop holding on to all this junk, and you're able just to feel a lot lighter, trust yourself more in these situations, and spend less time dealing with this stuff, because this day-to-day stuff with relationships, it's bogging you down from what you could be doing in the world and all the impact that you could be making and changes you could be making. So let me teach you how to deal with this smaller day stuff, so you can go out there and deal with the big stuff. And I sell results, not packages. So we work through this and the time it takes, and then you pay me when we deal with it when we're done, when you are completely free of this. So, so I'm your partner. So love to partner with you. Book a call with me to see if we're a good fit. I don't work with everyone because I need to know that people are interested in and can do the change. So you might be right, you might not, but you never know until you try. So if not, I will see you in the next video. Naya and I will see you in the next video.